Quote Oswald Chambers here. Oswald Chambers said, "Pride is the deification of self." And this today, in some of us, is not of the order of the Pharisee, but of the publican. We say, "Oh, I'm no saint." You're not. What? You see, to say, "I'm no saint," if I were to go before the church and say, "I want to join the church," and they say, "Well, Nancy," the pastor says, "Nancy, we'd like to ask you, why do you think we should let you be, a member of the church?" And I say, "Because I am holy and righteous and without fault. And I'm here to present myself as a holy saint of God unto the house of God." How many of you know scandal gonna break out? People be like, "What?" How many of you know everybody would love it if I got up and said, "Well, because I've been a worm and just a horrible, horrible person." Everybody goes, "Yeah." But see, if you're going to say what God says, it's going to sound prideful before men, but it sounds humble before God. But you can sound humble before men and be prideful before God, because you are saying something separate from what the Father says. But oh, flesh loves all that religious junk. Loves it. I feel so much better because I wouldn't want anybody to think I'm actually holy. I wouldn't want anybody to actually think I'm righteous. So do you remember early on today when I said the real scandal in the church is not that men think they're women and that women are identifying with being men? The real scandal is in the church and everywhere. The scandal is that sons keep identifying as sinners. See, we're sometimes scandalized by the wrong thing. And we think that is so horrible. Yet we will stand and say, "I am a sinner." Oh, and everybody's just like, "Oh." There are churches that if you go to their website, because I've done it, okay, self-inflicted. It's just like stabbing myself in the eye. Oh, just like, you read it and it says, "Here at so-and-so church," whatever, some awesome name. And then it says, "Here we're just all sinners." Oh my gosh, I have to just close the computer and have to go. "And we know that, and you're going to come here and you'll be amongst people, and it just goes down into it just, and I'm like, and 3 weeks from then, guess what you find out? They all sinning. You better believe there's a lot of sin that's happening, right? But see, and we're all shocked. Like, well, if you keep telling yourself and identifying that you're a sinner, guess what you're going to end up doing? Oh, come on. Sinning. And then you say, "But God understands." Like, no. No, God says, you can stop that just any time you want to, because I made you new. You see, unbelief, now this isn't deep theological, I'm just submitting this to you. I'm just telling you, unbelief, my friends, is angry resistance to what God says. Unbelief is, I ain't doing it.